And then Jonadab was the father, and they made an oath within their little clan that they weren't gonna drink any, wine, they were gonna build in the tents, they were gonna plant, they're gonna be nomads. They're just gonna wander about, they were gonna build in their houses, they weren't gonna live in the cities, they just gonna be nomad, them and their children and their wives. They were just gonna be this bad, they're just gonna roam from place to place and not put down roots. And they made this oath, and they kept it. And so God, in today's lesson, God is using them to show the children of Israel how this group of people made this oath to this man, this human father, and kept it because God told Jeremiah to go gather them up, bring them into the temple, into a certain room, and to offer them wine. Now God told Jeremiah to do this to this group of people. And so Jeremiah did. And so when he got them there and offered them the wine, they refused to drink it. And so he told Jeremiah they refused to drink it because of the oath they had taken with their ancestors. And they was keeping it. So God was using them as a contrast to how he had sent prophet after prophet to Israel, and they had disobeyed him. But this group of people had obeyed this man down to the letter. They refused, and they didn't drink the wine, even though Jeremiah offered it, and God told them they didn't drink it because they was keeping this oath that they had promised their ancestors that they would keep down through the ages. And so it also got me to wondering too, what kind of legacy are we passing on to the next generation to come that they can hang on and keep and to prosper them, you know. I thought, what are we handing down? And some of the stuff that the old folks did when we were growing up, we don't pass that down to our kids today. And so maybe some of it was, you know, not all, but some of it was pretty good stuff that we probably need to be passing down to our kids. But that's what our lesson today is about the Rechabites. And so now I know who the Rechabites are, because I did not know who they were before. Okay, Chris.
Thank you for that. The Rechabites.
Yeah.
I always, as I read these names, go ahead, sir.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to cut. I was going to say, because Pocahontas said something. Our parents taught us not to wash, to iron, to cook, to do anything on Sunday. So the Sabbath, we didn't do it. And as we got older, we got away from it.
Yeah, we did.
But they stuck to it. They cooked Saturday night and they get up Sunday. We couldn't even take a bath on Sunday morning. We had to take a bath on Sunday night, clean up and get ready. We couldn't, she wouldn't let you. But I think about it then because when I go home from church sometimes, I just throw clothes in the washing machine and wash them and dry. And Mommy would never let you do that kind of stuff. She said it was the Lord's day and it was sacred and you couldn't do nothing. But times have changed. It's like you say, we didn't pass those traditions down.
Yeah.
I was reading in a lesson though, I'm going to say this before I go further. Some traditions, I think the narrator today said, make sure the traditions you pass down are aligned with the Bible.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Right?
That's
So
true.
you got some traditions, but if it ain't aligned, you might want to rethink those.
Why would we do?
You know, why are you doing them? That Sunday thing is one of those.
I don't know about that
It's
because.
because Sunday is not the Sabbath.
It's
Sunday is
not.
not the Sabbath,
It's not.
so it is not aligned. So let's not stretch it to fit what we want to do. Let's align it with the Bible. If it's not aligned, let's call it what it is. That was a human person tradition that we stuck to that didn't have to happen. So that's why it said going
I
away.
don't agree with that one, but
You don't have to agree with it, it's true.
I don't agree.
Well, but you have to remember.
But it's not the Sabbath.
Who was
Let's
the
call it
Sabbath
what it
given
is.
to? Who was it given to?
The Sabbath was given to the Jews.
Are we Jews?
No, so that don't apply to us, right?
So
That's
we
what I'm
took-
saying, so
we
it's
took
not
it
aligned
over.
with the Bible, exactly. That's my point. When you have a tradition, make sure it's aligned with the Bible. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't see nothing wrong with that tradition. You should have got yourself together Saturday night before you woke up Sunday morning. Part of that was because you need to be on time for church on Sunday. So if you waking up ironing on Sunday, it might pose you a little barrier to being late. So parents knew that, so they kind of used that day to make sure you did everything the night before, right? And you shouldn't be waiting to the last minute to get yourself ready for Monday, because you got to get it done Saturday, because Sunday we rested. So Monday you already ready to go. So they put some traditions in you because it was a work ethic that they were trying to instill. So you gotta look at it from that standpoint. Because when I wake up in the morning, my clothes ain't ready, that's why I'm late getting here. Right? When I
should work on that.
yeah, because I should have stuck to that tradition, right? It ain't aligned with the Bible, but ain't nothing wrong with it. Because it has some good reasoning for that. These people that they were doing, they're
It wasn't aligned with the Bible.
but the narrator spoke about it.
Yeah.
God